Hello everybody, it's Mr. Fox here. And yes, I'm still alive. Still living in Cambridge and will never move. I love this place. I should tell you though, the other day I decided that I should go on to the Hespeler group on Facebook and put out a little message to the kids that used to go to Silverheights School and see if any of them are still around and what's happening in their lives. So I did get lots and lots of responses to my request, and I was thrilled. I mean, it's hard for me to remember, since I was at Silverheights for 11 years. It's hard for me to remember everybody. And I really had to look at some of the pictures and try to, connect the picture from today with my memories of over 20 years ago at Silverheights School. Anyway, thank you for responding. And if I didn't get back to all of you who responded to me, it's just because I'm older and, I'm a little bit confused when it comes to the internet because it's moving along at such a clip here and things are changing daily that it's hard for me to keep up with everything because I'm a very busy person. I should tell you a little bit about my past since I left Silverheights School, just to fill you in. I still go to the YMCA when it's open, maybe 5 times a week with my wife. And we love to swim and we love to lift weights and go to all the cycle classes and all the yoga classes and stuff like that. But when I retired, I went to the Y and joined the fitness instructor's course. And I became a fitness instructor at the Y, and I've been teaching fitness there ever since. And it's been usually Friday mornings, and I taught everything from aerobics to step class to weight class to Zumba to now I'm teaching movement, gentle strength movement for seniors. And then I should tell you also that my family is big into the internet. I have 3 grandchildren who are, quote, famous on the internet. And I have a daughter who purchased a fitness center in Ottawa, and she trains elite athletes and other people on how to stay alive longer and how to move more. And I have a son who's big on the internet stuff, and he's an artist, and he's into marketing, and he's into websites and all that kind of stuff. So they all told me that I should make myself a YouTube channel. So I made a YouTube channel. I called it, I think I called it World Traveler with Bob, about my adventures with my wife traveling since we retired all over the world. And we lived in the Amazon jungle for a while, and we went to Rwanda in East Africa and sat with the mountain gorillas in Virunga National Park, and many, many other things. Went to India a few times. So I made videos of all of these because you know that I was into media, right? And I liked music, and I liked making movies, etc. And remember the airband competitions? Well, that was the kind of person I was. So anyway, I made movies of all my travels and posted them on my YouTube channel. So at the end of this little video, there's going to be a link to that if you want to see my wife and I in action all over the world, having a great time. You might want to click on that link. And then because I'm into fitness still and exercise profusely every day to try to stay alive as long as possible, also eat right, and meditate. I made a fitness channel starting last March when the COVID hit. And I made exercises for beginners and for older people and for everybody in between, even though the exercises are called gentle strength workouts with me, Bob. I used to be called Beach Baby Bob when I had a beach a website, but now I just call myself Bob because even though I hate the name, it's easier and people remember it. So anyway, So I'm going to put a link to my exercise channel. There's over 85 videos on there. You might get a kick out of watching me in my house try to stand on one foot or lift some weights. Or maybe you'd like to try to do some of the exercises. Or maybe you'd like to share the videos with some of your parents or your friends who have people who maybe aren't into fitness but need to be. Those people could benefit from the videos too. But I remember, I wanted to say before I stop talking here, because if you can remember, I did talk a lot. I also believe that stories are the way to making people much wiser and smarter. You don't really have to, get into all the nitty-gritty of how it works. If you just experience stories, whether you read them or whether you watch them or whether you hear them, or whether you participate in them with your entire body, like living in the Amazon jungle, you will automatically do your body a world of good. So I decided, with my wife's encouragement, to come up with at least 100 stories that were the best stories that I ever used at Silverheights School with the kids from kindergarten to grade 8. So I picked 100 of the books. I had to go and find them at thrift stores. And I made a video of myself sharing the story. So I have now about 250 stories on that Storytime channel, but it's not called Storytime. I changed the name of it. It's called Stories Make You Smart. And I'm going to leave a link to that too, because you might even have some kids now that you're all older, and you might want to share the best stories that you ever experienced with me at Silverheights, and they're all on my channel. I also really want you to share the stories with your loved ones, because they're going to love those stories just like you did when you were smaller. So that's it. And then here's what I really would like you to do, though, more than anything. Thanks for sending me the little message on Facebook, but I know all of you probably have a phone. And I know the phone is a smartphone in that you can do all kinds of things with it and share your videos and your pictures, and you might have Instagram channels and all that. But I'd like you to make a short little video clip of you and just tell me who you were and how I might remember you from the days at Silverheights. Don't make it too long, because then you might have trouble uploading it onto, say, my Facebook page. But if you make a short little video with your phone and share it with me on Facebook, then I get to see what you really look like now, and how happy you are, and how much fun you're having with the world around you. Okay? I love the comments. Keep them coming, but I'd love to have a video of you. Remember the airband competition? Remember the windows in the library? Remember all the theater sports we did? Remember that stuff? Remember the title teaser contest? Yes, I do too, and I'll never forget. And you kids made my day. I wanted to get to school every day because I was having so much fun. I was the first librarian when Silverheights opened, and we made a time capsule. All the classes contributed to this time capsule, and we buried it in the wall by the front door on the left-hand side when you're facing the front door of the school. I remember Mr. Bessie putting it in there, and Mr. Craig saying, yep, we're going to have a party in 20 years, and we're going to open up the time capsule and celebrate. Well, what happened? Where was the party? And if you had a party, I wasn't invited. I would have come. What are you, crazy? I would have been there. So I want to know about that. Where's the time capsule? Okay? So I think Mr. Bessie's still alive. If you see him around Hespeler, that's where he lives, I think, say, Mr. Bessie, what about the party? Mr. Fox wants to know. You promised the party. Right, Mr. Craig? He was the mayor. And say, Mr. Craig, where's the darn party? Okay, over and out.